Would you like to learn what 100 to 1000x AI, gaming and meme coin cryptocurrencies I am looking to add to my long-term portfolio? Turn every $1,000 invested into $1 million, if not $10 million. I am going to be sharing with you my current portfolio. And what I'm looking to do is I am looking to delete certain coins that make up my biggest positions and add more high-risk cryptocurrencies in order to maximize on gains. In this video, you are going to be seeing some degen cryptocurrency. So, as usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. My name's the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found them in the past, I've found them in the present, and I'm going to be finding them in the future. So if you love content like this, make sure that you smash a like on this video. Just tap that like, it lets me know that you love this kind of content and want more of it. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Join Team Suppo and turn your notifications to on all so you never miss out on a video. Also, if you are wanting to know what I am buying, then you may want to take the Cryptocurrency Investment Course 2024. There's a new discount link where you get it for $10, not the $50 that it's normally worth. And I have just added a whole meme coin section, which I believe will help you enormously. And at the end, there is a bonus, which is my buy announcements Telegram group. But if you're wanting to know every single buy I do, not just DCA buys, then you may want to invest in the Suppoman cryptocurrency meme coin. Now, the market at this present time is currently very, very choppy, and there seems to be a very obvious feeling or sentiment of boredom or lack of interest right now. Mainly because people are fearing that prices are just going to keep going down. There are a band of people who do believe that prices are going to go up, that this is, the kind of calm before the storm. And there's lots of data to suggest that's exactly the way it's going. But there's others that are just selling into stables. They're doing risk management of their portfolios. So, what actually is the case right now? Well, let me tell you this. There are a lot of things happening in the background. First of all, there is the potential for a Solana ETF. Now, if you've been watching me for the past 2 years, then I said Bitcoin and Ethereum would be the first ETFs, then it would be Solana. That would be the next likely one. Hence why I wanted to take a big position on Solana. And now Solana has got some ETF submissions. They've got some ETF submissions from Vanek and 21 shares. So, this is opening out the potential for ETFs for major altcoins moving forward. And a potential big rise of blue chip cryptocurrencies, which is why you should always be, in my opinion, diversified. Also, you've got Coinbase. At this time, they are launching a futures market for other blue chip cryptocurrencies. So obviously Avalanche Layer 1, Chainlink, which is RWA and DeFi, Polkadot, which is a huge layer 0, Stellar, which has been around a long time, and Shiba Inu, which is a blue chip out of meme coin. So there's lots of things happening in the background. Like, you can see that the architecture is being built for that huge run-up, which I am expecting. But, as usual, there's always a negative news spiral when the sentiment is looking scary. And this is one that has been scaring the market presently. And that is finally, Mt. Gox is looking to be unloading their Bitcoins to pay back, well, they're going to be paying back all the customers that lost out on their Bitcoins, and there could be a ginormous sell-off. At the end of the day, this hack happened 10 years ago, and people would have bought Bitcoin in the hundreds of dollars. Now they'll be receiving Bitcoin when it's near $60,000, $70,000. So obviously there is going to be a sell-off. And sometimes anticipation of a sell-off is worse than the sell-off itself. And this, I believe, is an instance of that. Because this Mt. Gox story has been around a while, but look when it rears its ugly head, when Bitcoin is on the ropes. Now, as far as the market is concerned, people in the market, Elio says the Ethereum ETF is getting zero attention days before it gets listed, and is open to the masses. Right after Bitcoin has put in a local bottom, can you imagine an easier setup in 1,000,000 trillion years? Well, given what I've just said, with the architecture that is building right now, you can imagine that this is ringing slightly true. We've also got Mags here, who is very bullish, almost a permabull, I would say, saying MACD is about to cross bullish for the 7th time since the 15,500. Each time MACD has turned bullish, we have witnessed a significant jump in Bitcoin's price. But my favourite trader, Philicone, is saying, good morning, all brutal day in the market. Bitcoin is highly likely to hit my target of 57 to 58k if we don't hold this 60k level. And it certainly looks like that 60k level is looking very, very sheepish right now. So we have got an instance where if you're looking at the day-to-day, not zooming out, but you're looking at the day-to-day, the past month or two, then yes, you're going to be scary. But it's zooming out and seeing where we are in the cycle that could excite you. And this is why I'm looking to rebalance my portfolio. Joe Bars, thank you very much for the $100. That is beautiful. Thank you. You deserve... you really do deserve it. In fact, to be honest, I really should have superimposed your face.
I wake up every morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm living in Monaco. I'm living in a dream. Really?
Really?
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to have to give you this one as well.
Rules and you have to follow, and then you're fine.
Like what?
Well, you have to be liquid.
That guy's a legend, by the way. I met him in real life in Monaco, and he's brilliant. Anyway, so thank you very much, Joe. I really appreciate that. So just before I carry on, actually, I just need to share this over to the good people of Twitter because people don't have their post notifications on. So I will, as usual, do everybody's work for them. Right, done and done. That was quick, was it not? Right, okay. So you've got to zoom out. And this is how I personally see the market is looking for the foreseeable future. And that's this, basically. So, what I believe we have had, kind of since November last year, is we had a wave one. That wave one was the first initial spike, the wake up from the bear market, right? And it's typically a rally, which then leads to a sentiment. So this rally picked up everything. First gaming, then AI, then RWA, then meme coins. And then what happens is the sentiment changes. And that's where you have the corrective wave. So this isn't exact, by the way. I'm not doing this to scale, but this is just an indication of where I see things going. So what happens is that it retraces because all of a sudden people think, oh, this was all one big bubble. It's all going to crash. That was the end of our bull market, etc., etc. Right? That's what people think. They're kind of led to a sentiment of believing the market isn't going to return. They don't buy anything. They sell out of their positions. And what happens is that the powers that be, the people who actually are responsible for news articles like this and implanting them in all sorts of mainstream media, they sell out of their positions. They get scared. They give the cheap cryptocurrency to the banks who are now buying, storing up for ETFs, etc. Right? So people are just playing into their hands. But this is what I believe is going to happen. We are going to be having a third wave. So we've had the taster. We've had the starter. Now we are going to have the main course, which is going to be the third wave, in my opinion. This is where we're going to see a dramatic ramping up of all these really bullish narratives starting to come to the fore. Then we're going to have another corrective wave because I believe that in this third wave we are going to see potentially Bitcoin going to 100k. We're certainly going to be seeing Ethereum going towards 10k. And we're going to be seeing a lot of altcoins really spiking in this period. Then there's going to be a big correction. And then it's going to be the kind of bull run. This is the time. The end of the market, basically. This is where everything just goes absolutely haywire. And we normally have this around about 2 months after the corrective wave. So we have the corrective wave, and then it happens. You know, it kind of just takes off, and everything spikes up. And if you'll remember, this exact setup happened in 2020, right? So what happened was we had the first spike in around about November to January. We hit a new all-time high. We surpassed 20k, hit 30k, near 40k, came down to about 26, 25k, and then we took on a monumental run up where Bitcoin went to 60k. It then came down to 30k, and then went up to 68k. Now, that 68k should have been about 100k, but it didn't happen. The last time, the bull market was cut short, and I believe that we're going to have a potentially exacerbated bull run, a shortened but just as violent bull run, is my personal opinion, although the liquidity cycle would suggest that we are going to be seeing liquidity coming into the market till the end of 2025. So, we don't necessarily know when this timeline is going to happen, but either way, it's going to happen. So it's a time to rebalance your portfolio. And that is exactly what I have been doing. Hence why I have put this together so that I can show you what are my main positions in now. Because if you saw my video back in January, you would have seen... Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, if you saw my video back in January, you would have seen that this was my legacy portfolio, which consisted of a load of coins from the last cycle. This was my new portfolio, where you can see AIT protocol was really high, AIPad, Profit Bots, Moonbeam, Moonriver, Manta Network. But this is what it looks like today. And this is combined, okay? So this is going to be a mixture of my legacy coins and my newer coins. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be revealing what these coins are, and I'm going to be revealing what I am going to be potentially replacing them with. So I'm going to be going through each and every one of them. Am I keeping them in my portfolio? Yes or no? If I'm not, what am I going to add? And it's going to come from this pile. But this pile actually is this. What's going to be presented here. All right? And then I'm going to be revealing all. And then I'm going to be saying what am I going to be spending on. All right? So, there we are, Marble Arch. Oops, Crypto Library. Super pleased to do a review of WOG. WOG, isn't that a racist term? I'm probably just gonna get my video cancelled just for saying that. WOG, ridiculous. Right, okay. Did I need to do something before this? No, probably not. Okay, so let's get started then. So in at number 1, so this is in. I'm not going to say what percentage. I'm not going to say how much. All I'm going to say, this is how it is ordered in terms of monetary value today. So in at number 1, we have got Bitcoin. Now, I'm expecting for Bitcoin to hit about a 3x. Okay, so I'm expecting it to go to late 100s, 160, around about. Okay, so that would be a 3x. Okay, now this is the largest part of my portfolio. Do I keep it? Shall I sell it? In my opinion, no, I shouldn't sell it, and I am going to keep it in my portfolio. Why? Because Bitcoin is about wealth preservation, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, to an extent now, are about wealth preservation, whereas the other coins that have bigger multiplier potential are about wealth generation. So instead of having my money in stables, this is the equivalent of me having my money in something that should appreciate, but give me safer returns rather than giving me, you know, either very heavy returns or very heavy losses, and I suppose the volatility that comes with that. So I'm keeping this in my portfolio. Now, what is in second? I am sure you don't really need much knowledge based on the things that I have been saying lately, but it is Andy. Andy is my number 2 coin. This coin is the second highest holding in all of my portfolio. Now, I bought in at 0.009, which was 0.0009, which was about 15x ago. So you can tell how much I put in, but I also believe this is going to go very high. Why? Because we are not even beginning to see the benefits of the Coinbase Smart Wallet. So this one is for sure staying in my portfolio because I do believe that it has got enormous potential. Yes, it could go to $3. I genuinely believe it could go to $3 because Andy's such a strong character in the boys club, right? So anyway, so that's staying. Next, Solana. So Solana, I believe, is going to be granted an ETF. It should happen in this cycle. It should probably happen within the next 6 months that something gets going with that. I personally believe Solana is the next Ethereum. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how shitty people think Solana is. I think Solana is established itself now as probably the third best blockchain behind Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And certainly faster, and certainly more user-friendly, and certainly where the masses are going to be coming when retail enter the market. So, am I keeping Solana? Yes. In fact, if anything, I'm only going to be adding Solana, which is what I've been doing. I would say the past 3 months, I have almost quadrupled the amount of Solana that I did have. So that shows you how heavily invested I am in Solana, because once upon a time, Hedera has for a long time been second place in all my holdings. Now, am I going to keep Hedera? Yes, I am. The reason being is because I believe this has got a 38x ahead of it. So as far as a mid-risk is concerned, so it's just outside of being a blue chip. Blue chip is 10 billion and above. This is outside of being, this is still got, I would say, the potential, very, very high potential. It's an excellent technology. So am I keeping this one? Yes. Phantom. Now, Phantom was one I invested in back in 2019. I invested in this at ICO. Now, this has made a mega multiplier for me. I did sell off some of my coins at the all-time high in 2021 at $3 exactly, right? And you know, now it's come down. It's come down about 6x. It's still an enormous return on investment on my ICO price. Now, Phantom, to me, I don't hear anything about it. I'm not excited about it. There are many more mid-risk cryptocurrencies at this market cap level that I believe has more potential. In which case, am I going to keep in my portfolio? No, I'm not. I'm going to be selling this one. Ethereum. Well, I'm not going to get rid of Ethereum. That's obvious, because Ethereum is going to be having an ETF. Ethereum, I believe, is, you know, just like Bitcoin, this has got a significant amount of money of mine in it, and this, I believe, is going to go to around about $19,000 at the end of this market. So that's around about a 6x. I'm not willing to sell my Ethereum, so that's staying in. But what I will say is that every now and again, I am spending my Ethereum on an altcoin, and that is how I've gotten to this position. So I did have, 3 figures worth of Ethereum that I have spent and reallocated to higher risk coins. So this is not, and I wouldn't recommend this either. This is not maybe how your portfolio should look. This is how mine looks. This is what I'm comfortable with. This has been my whole ethos ever since I became a crypto YouTuber or a crypto investor generally, is that I have a big bias towards high risk. And as you can see here, I've got a few green, a few yellow, but most of all, they are in the high to very high risk, if not extremely high risk category. So with that in mind, don't necessarily do what I do. I'm really looking to unload multipliers, hence why I am spending my Ethereum every now and again on a high risk asset. I'd rather spend that because my Ethereum's going up versus kind of my stables. Chainlink. Now Chainlink I have been invested in since 2019. I did a whole course on it saying that this was the slam dunk coin. It ended up being exactly that, going from $1.50 all the way up to like $50 in the last market, and it made a massive multiplier for me. Now, my personal opinion on Chainlink, yes, it does cover DeFi and RWA, which are two big narratives in cryptocurrency. And a lot of people love Chainlink. I love Chainlink, don't get me wrong. But am I going to keep it in my portfolio at the same size that it was? No, I am not. I am looking to offload my Chainlink for something sexier. Something that I'm more passionate about. Right, next, what have we got in my very high risk pile? I'm going to go through this quite quickly. Next is Neural AI. Now, Neural AI presently is 16.3 million market cap. That makes it very high risk. It's still a micro cap cryptocurrency that I believe has extreme upside potential. I'm probably selling it short, saying 36x. It could probably do better. I think what lets this down somewhat is that it's already kind of $1. People love buying cryptocurrencies under $1. And as this goes to like $4, $12, $30, people are going to be like, I'm getting less for my money here. And I think that is what's going to be holding it down. But having said that, a 36x at the amount I hold of it would be insane. So I'm keeping that for sure. Next, in gaming, this is one of my massive positions, Gamer Arena. Now, Gamer Arena, you'll know my answer to this. I'm keeping this in my portfolio because they haven't even began to start the ascendancy. So what I mean by that is they've got a lot of big plans, right? They've got, I can't say what they've got coming, but what I could say is that Nakamoto Games, what the fuck is Nakamoto Games, is what I've got to say to that. And I'm only looking to potentially increase on this, but this is already a giant part of my portfolio. Next, we have got Suppoman coin. This is my second favourite meme coin of all. And also, this is a very, very meager 450k at this point. So the upside potential for this is gigantic. I've put it at 88x to be realistic. This could go much higher. Obviously, what can change this is my personal profile on YouTube over the bull market, okay? If you're considering that there's going to be a wave 3 and a wave 5, right? And what you're seeing here is I kind of made a jump from about 110,000 subscribers to near 50,000 subscribers in this window here. That was a lukewarm, the starter, right? Now, I've consolidated that. Now, in the next phase, I could imagine that I could go to 300k, let's say. And then the final phase, so I basically went from 0 to 100k in the last bull market. Like in the last bull market, I started my channel from scratch, and within 8 months, I got to 100k subscribers. So what happens is during this phase is just the amount of people watching YouTube videos wanting to see what to buy. It just dramatically increases, 10, 20 X's, right? So I should imagine that my subscriber base will definitely go up with that, and I will never be letting go of Suppoman coin, and I'll only be adding more utility to it. It's not my coin, but it's my community coin. A lot of my community are in it, so obviously I'm keeping this one. Brett, I'm keeping. Same reason as with Base. We're still not seeing the full benefits of the Coinbase smart wallet yet. So I believe that Brett is only going to go higher, and I do think that it's going to go to around about... I think it's going to go around about $3.50, right? Crashes Clay thinks it's going to do another 30x from here. I'm going to safely say it's going to do a 20x, but this would be excellent for how much I hold in it. Next, we have got Zero AI. I love Zero AI a lot. It's an extremely high-risk play at 3.1 million. But the technology they've got that utilizes AI, I think, is far better than most that's out there. So, so many boring AI projects that are at 100,000, if not in the billions of market cap. And yet this one, which is very much like the Sora AI app brought out by OpenAI, you can have longer videos as well. I didn't know this. I thought you could only do kind of 2-3 second videos, but actually you can have longer videos. You just tell Zero AI to make longer videos. So this, to me, I believe, is one of the best uses of AI. So that's staying. So what you're beginning to see really is a lot of my high risk and extremely high risk coins are staying. Mid risk for Aether, I'm keeping that because it's at the beginning of its trajectory, and I think it's got a great run still ahead of it. 34x, I'm going to be on the conservative side, simply because it's already at 261 million market cap. Next, we have got Kaiken. Now, Kaiken is one of the last of the 6 Inus, Japanese Inus. And this one is the only one that has never ever had that big pump into 300 million or more. And presently where it sits is 7 million. Now I personally think this has got a ginormous multiplier ahead of it. The marketing, this can ramp up. Because I know who could be pushing this coin. The marketing that this could ramp up in a bull season, I think could push this to such a high multiplier. Next, Cardano. Cardano I have held since 2017. I've sold bits, but I've held it since 1.9 cents. Today it's 41 cents. I do believe it could probably go to $4, right? I have said previously 12, but given Cardano, Cardano is likely to also have an ETF. Cardano is also likely to have a much needed pump that, to be honest, it's been waiting for a long time. It's been kind of sat dormant, and it is a very active chain, and I do believe this is one of the good ones. But does it excite me anymore? No, it doesn't. In 2017, it really excited me. In 2020, it still excited me. But today, does it excite me? No. I think that there are cryptocurrencies that will get much better multipliers. So that one is definitely coming off. Next, I've already sold the majority of my not the majority, but I would say, 2/3 of my Cardano. Corpo Games is next, and this one, I believe these guys are a fantastic games developer. They have just released a new trailer for Anime, and oh boy, it's like they've gotten the game creators of Fortnite to help them with that. I mean, it's insane quality. And the first game that they brought out, Citizen Conflict, they already worked for 3 years on. So they work on big titles. They're not your Gala Gaming and Nakamoto games that just bring out titles after titles. These are guys that bring out a few titles. Okay, they're like your Capcoms or your Segas or your Namcos. They bring out just big titles, just huge titles. They don't just churn out shit games you don't remember. They bring out a title you remember the name of. Right, so that's why I love Corpo Games. These guys are the equivalent of your Namcos, your Segas, your Capcoms of the... I don't really know modern day companies. Probably something a little bit like Rockstar or Epic Games or something. So is that one staying? Yes, obviously it's staying. It's a small market cap for the quality of the project. Next, GT Protocol. So GT Protocol is 7 million market cap. This has been much, much higher. This has been, kind of $5. And can you imagine where this would be on my portfolio if it is at 81 cents, still one of my top holdings? So I think this has got the AI boom to come for it. It's a 7 million market cap. That's got to stay. Next, we have got AI SCII. Right, now this one is a beauty. Okay, so these ones do... they basically are AI image, AI voice, AI videos, AI music, AI games. They do everything. All you have to do is just give it a prompt and it will create something in all sorts of media. It's not just like your typical generative art project. It's not like just your typical, you ask it a question and it gives you an answer. You ask it to produce something and it gives you an image. No, this one actually does produce music. It produces a game in 30 seconds. It can produce your voice, reproduce anyone's voice. All you need to do is give it a sample and then it can recreate that voice, which you can make say anything. Now, I think this is infrastructure based, to be honest, because this could be underpinning voices in games, voices in the metaverse. So as far as I'm concerned, this one I am keeping. Because especially it's only 887. In fact, right now I think it is less than that. Right now I think it's about 700k market cap. So I think it's only the beginning for AI SCII. And not only that, but if you look on their socials, basically what they have got going right now is they have got level 3, which is an advanced version of AI, and they're already working on version 4. So you can imagine where this is going to be probably at the end of the cycle. This is going to be a super project, in my opinion, that at this point is desperately undervalued. I'm surprised it's still under $1 million market cap. So is that staying? Yes. Stratos. Now, Stratos is a DeepIn project. DeepIn has not had a huge run. It's DeepIn, it's a layer 1, but it's a decentralized physical infrastructure project in the respect that it provides this whole data mesh for projects. So they have got computation, they have got blockchain, they have got oracles. This is a super project. This is basically a very low cap version of ICP, right? However, it is their second cycle. I would say that selling at this price would be stupid, but I would say that this one is on the maybe pile. In the maybe pile. I like it a lot, and I think it's got a long way to run. Like 27x, I still believe it could do. But is there sexier? Is there something more at a meme level that could be better? VeChain. I've held this one again since 2018. I bought a Thunder node which generates VTOR for me. I've been doing that now for, God, 6 years. I have had my Thunder node running on VeChain 24/7, generating VTOR, right? And VeChain as a project, in my opinion, is tired. It is deep in a respect because it is, what is it? Those tags. It's like supply chain management. You got those RFID tags. You can validate the authenticity of it. The founders previously, Louis Vuitton, he worked in that whole FMCG environment. He's perfect for it. But do I find deep in sexy? No, I don't. It's not my favorite area. So this one is not staying in my portfolio. So what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 entries for this. Okay. You can see that I am keeping Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, but I'm getting rid of Chainlink, Cardano, VeChain, because to be frank, they kind of bore me now. So, yeah. So anyway, so there we are. Right, now we are going to go into this area, which is the cool bit, right? So what are the potential replacements? So, before I do this... No, actually, no, I'll start this. Right, okay, so blue chip. Number 1. Wow, what a price this is today. ICP. Now, ICP was at the cycle low $2.86. Today it's $7.58. That makes it less than 3x the low and nearly 3x down from the high. So it's kind of equidistant. And why I find that exciting is because ICP has got a very, very large cult following. It is actually a very exciting cryptocurrency as far as, as far as the quality of the infrastructure, what you can do with it, what you can produce on chain, and not having to rely on these third-party, resources, which therefore compromises its decentralization. ICP really does cater to the Web3 environment. Now, 15x, that might be a little bit on the low side. This could go more than that, maybe even 25x. But I have got a holding of ICP, but it's low. It's less than 10,000. And I would like to put this in around about maybe 30,000 or so, just to have exposure to it, because I do think it's a very exciting technology, and I do think they're doing great things. And I do think that compared to some of the layer 1 competitors, this is superior. Next, SWI. So SWI is my Solana for this cycle, right? Now, I believe that SWI can get to around about $25 to $30. So that would make it around about 30 to 40x. So I believe that that's what it can achieve, and I want to be part of the... Now, I do own quite a lot of SWI. As you know, I bought it at the cycle low. I bought it at 39 cents. Did I buy enough? No, probably not. The reason being is because I thought it was going to go lower. I thought everything was going to go lower. It didn't, right? So I kind of left it. It did go up to $2, right? But it's now retraced to around about 2x where it got to as a low. Just above 2x, which means that I think it's got a lot of potential ahead of it. And a lot of the whales have sold this to buggery. So I think it's got a lot of legs in it once the market gets going. And I do believe that layer 1 cryptocurrency is going to do very, very well regardless, particularly because of probably ETF speculation, but also because the general market is going to go up. Bitcoin's going to lead the way, then it's going to be large caps, then it's going to be mid caps, and and that's going to lead to a big surge in some of the layer 1s that are promising new layer 1s to the bull market. Next, we have got Celestia. Now, I put Celestia here because it has gone down even more. This was at the cycle low just over $2, but this went to near $21 at the cycle high. So this has come down 4x, but it's only gone up from its low 2.5x. So I believe this is probably, if you're ever going to get into Celestia, now or near now is around about the time. If this goes into the $4, this would definitely be worth getting. I think this has got great potential. I think it's lost a lot of its hype because every YouTuber now is talking about meme coins and they've all followed me, basically. So, so this is not getting an awful lot of attention. This was getting way more attention before, but the attention will come back. Believe me, and everybody will be talking about, as far as modular blockchains are concerned, this is quite unique. So this one is definitely a contender for, you know, a Cardano replacement, a Phantom replacement. Next, we're going to go into gaming. So for gaming, this coin I have not got one position in yet, and it has gone down even further, and that is Heroes of Mavia. Now, Heroes of Mavia I've looked at now, finally, looked at the gameplay, and actually I think this is one probably I wouldn't play, but I can see the playability of it and why people get interested in it, because this is like appeals to the people who play, you know, kind of League of Legends, those kind of, you know, kind of diagonal looking down on land, capturing land, doing battles, that kind of PvP kind of game. And it does look addictive. 63 million is just outside of being a micro cap, and presently where it is right now, it's the lowest price it's ever been on the market. You would have had to get into ICO for this to be cheaper. So this has really come down. And to get to where Axie Infinity is, this would be 169x. And I would predict that 30 or 40x can happen for this, because when a gaming season happens, you don't expect it. Like, right now, all the gaming coins are just going down, down, down. It's so unsexy right now. You look at gaming coins, you think, nah, memes. Let's go stick with memes. They're exciting. Fuck games, right? But do you remember how we were feeling in November? All right, in October, November, you know, we were seeing gaming cryptocurrencies just absolutely blowing the roof off, like some incredible multipliers. Okay, nothing compared to what we get with meme coins, but very, very good multipliers. And this was a taster. You had Hello going at 46x. You had Nakamoto 38x. You saw some big multipliers for a small season. Wow, Saber, good to see you. £199. Jesus, what a legend. Well, sir. Well, I've got to. What can we do? We gotta do this, because this is what you have just done.
The people's elbow.
The people's elbow. The people's elbow. Bang! That's what you've done, Saber. Thank you very much, Saber. What a pleasure. Saber is the man from Token Find Flocky, so thank you very much. Hello, Shekshi. You're hilarious, man. Right, okay, so anyway, so Heroes of Mavia, I believe, you know, this one is quite high in market. It's quite funny how meme coins have really kind of messed up with my view of what's low cap anymore. 63 million I used to think was tiny. Now I think it's really huge. But, you know, in the context of billion-dollar cryptocurrencies, which, for instance, UFO gaming got to, Heroes of Mavia absolutely kill that. Next up, we have got Shrapnel. Now, Shrapnel, in my opinion anyway, this one is worth having as a large part of my portfolio. The reason being is because this one has a very high-quality game. It's got, I can't remember the guy's name. I want to say Neon, but it's not Neon. But it's this four-letter... I'm sure it begins with F, but it's this Phase, I think his name is. And this is a guy who is one of the ambassadors for Shrapnel. He's got millions of subscribers on YouTube and on Twitch, which means that Shrapnel, at the right time, could get the right level of exposure and therefore be the game that is that one game that takes over in cryptocurrency. You know, we've been waiting for it for a long time. We've been waiting for a... you know, big hit, mainstream game. I think Shrapnel has the potential to be it, because so many people like playing Call of Duty. It's on Avalanche, it's going to be cheaper to transact rather than Ethereum-based cryptocurrency. So this one, I think, could do a big multiplier. Particularly as, right now, it's at its low. It's literally at its low. It's literally like 5% away from its lowest ever. Which means that, unless you got an ICO, you are getting it at a lower price than anyone who's ever bought Shrapnel. That's why I believe it's worth buying. Ambition Igniters, what do you think of Meme Inu on X? I don't know them, so I can't really say. If you had H Corolla, thank you for the $6.99. If you had $10,000, what would be your allocation on 5 projects with low market cap, 1000x potential? To be honest with you, it would probably be 4 from what's in my portfolio presently, and 1 from this selection, is what I would say. So, what do you think of Wolf on AVAX versus Solana? I thought of dilution, and I sold it to buy later. Cock in you. Would you would have you think Andy belongs on Binance Smart Chain since he's yellow? No, Binance Smart Chain's dead. No one likes, uses, or cares about Binance Smart Chain anymore. That's a relic. Binance Smart Chain, fuck that shit. Anything that launches now on Binance Smart Chain, I'm just not going to bother with. Some things are okay, yeah, but it's probably better cost-wise than Ethereum and other things, but it's dead now. Come on. Suar, you need to check out Crash. Crash, are you having a laugh? Crash is 21 million. So, Stan AI, Suppo, come chat in Stan AI, Stan of Suppo. Thank you very much, Stan. I appreciate the $20. That's insane. Would you suggest a Degen Suppo market cap MAGA coin to buy? Do you have any in your mind? Might do. You have to check this out. Good morning, Superman. Can you check Baby Coin? It's hit one. Do you think it has a chance to hit 1 million market cap? Okay, Baby Coin. I'll have a look at that in a while. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I've caught up now. Okay, so Shrapnel, yeah. So I think this is like the Illuvium of the last cycle. Illuvium did a mega, 80 to 100x depending on when you got in. It went from like $30 to $2,000, so it was huge. So I think that when gaming season happens, Shrapnel I think is poised. To be honest, there's not many that could be the big hit game. Off the grid, potentially. Bloodloop, potentially, but I think Shrapnel has a better chance than Bloodloop. And what else is there game-wise? Heroes of Mavia? No, I think that Shrapnel has a much better mainstream appeal. It's 14 million market cap too. Right, let's move on now to the AI play. So AI, Genbox. So Genbox is a AI cryptocurrency. It's an AI technology for the gaming ecosystem. So what you can do is you can create basically worlds. You can create worlds in gaming, you can create worlds in the metaverse. And this has really come right down, like super down. Right? Okay, it's still 10x higher than it was at the cycle low, but you'd have had to be really lucky to have got in back then. But now it's come down. Went from 10 million in literally the last month down back to 2 million. It's retraced entirely. Now, I would say that the closest competitor is Arkham, because Arkham is a DApp that utilizes AI, which is exactly what Genbox does. Right? Now, the quality of this is excellent. They recently had a launch as well. So this is a launch pad too. So this is recently launched something called GameBud, which I think actually did quite well. I think it went to a few million. Actually, I think it may have superseded the market cap of Genbox. So you needed to have Genbox to take part in the sale. So that gives it two functions now. You need it not only for the gaming AI technology, but also you need it for the launchpad holding as well, so that you can have an allocation in whatever gaming cryptocurrency they may host. And GameBud did well, so that bodes well for the future, for the bull market. Next, we have got. I don't know why I've got this actually, because I've already got that in my portfolio. So after this, we have got FaceSwap AI. Now, this is a small part of my portfolio. So this is way down. Even though I hold some of this, it's way down. This has gone down 10x from, well, actually, it's gone down like 13x from its high. This hit 5 million market cap. It's now gone down to 338k. Now, this is deepfake technology. Very, very low in market cap. Deepfake AI went to 40 million. Deepfake AI, in a very short space of time, went to 40 million. This is half the price I got in Deepfake AI when it did the 40x, when it did an 80x basically for me. So this one I think has got potentially 250x potential, because there's only two deepfake cryptocurrencies out there, FaceSwap and Deepfake AI. So therefore, at this price, it has been lower. It's been as low as 260k market cap. I obviously didn't get into that, but I think that right now is still an incredible time, because the time I actually got in, I got in at about 890k before it spiked up to 5 cents. So it would be I am seriously thinking about loading up on this, particularly because they've now added NFTs. Now NFTs aren't sexy anymore. It's not a trend anymore. It was in 2021. It may come back. Who knows? But that's not the thing. The thing is the NFTs basically takes the watermark off, so that you can use these deepfake images for an NFT collection, for a game, for a meme coin. There's lots of use cases for face swap AI. I very much like it. And I think it is a gem that is super low value, that's got, presently the highest gains potential of anything else on here. Next, I'm going to talk about memes. And I think it's really important for me to give a bit of context, because I'm still seeing people say, Suppoman, why do you talk about these small memes? Why do you pump and dump memes? And to be honest, it's actually pissing me off, right? The ignorance surrounding memes. Because memes were like, what you've got to think about is, how did people react back when you first told them you invested in cryptocurrency? I was investing in cryptocurrency beginning of 2017. And, when I was telling my father, when I was telling my sister, when I was telling, significant people that I was investing in cryptocurrency, I mean, they would say, you don't want to do that. That's a scam. It's a criminal underworld coin. All these disbelievers, right? And I was just looking at them and thinking, God, you're so stupid. But you'll find out the hard way if you don't invest. They didn't. They invested late. Like, all of them did. But, never mind. So anyway, the same attitude, I would say, is prevalent in memes. Like, everybody right now is just saying, memes stupid, memes lose money. Let's just stick to solid fundamentals. Look, right? Memes have the following qualities. They're easy, right? Now, all you've got to think about is the mass market when they come in. Now, I remember in 2021, I was at the gym, and I heard somebody talking about SafeMoon, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never ever heard anybody around me talking about cryptocurrency in a mainstream location. They were talking about SafeMoon. I think they were also talking about FEG, and they might have been talking about something else that was really popular at that time. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like SafeMoon. And I just remember thinking, fuck, these people getting into cryptocurrency through meme coins. So the reason why is because it's easy. So easy to talk about, easy to explain, easy to get it, right? They're like the modern day Facebook page. I remember back in 2010 to 2013 when Facebook pages were all the rage. You had a Facebook page that was a common interest, an event, a page where a community of fans could hang out behind a certain entity or person. And these went to like 1 million likes, 5 million likes, 20 million likes. They had huge, They had huge popularity. But the modern day version is a meme coin. Like right now, people buy coins. They don't join a page and like a page. They buy a coin and they're personally invested in it. And that's fun, right? So it's just easy to get, explain, and buy. It's adoption friendly. So when retail come in, this is where they're going to go to first. There's no crazy tech, no confusing utility, just icons, right? You have this guy on Twitter that's going around showing Ethereum and WIF to people and say, what would you choose? And they choose WIF. Even though Ethereum has been around longer, is the technology, it's definitely something that is more revolutionary as far as, modern day money is concerned. And yet they went with WIF. That shows you the mentality of retail. They like the icons, they like the fun. Every meme coin has a real world face. Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, they're faceless. They're technologies. They're technologies that have grown over time due to network effect, but ultimately they're technologies, right? These are faces. You can really get more passionate about it. So celebs, animals, political figures, trends, and known memes like, DiCaprio cheers, side-eye Chloe, distracted boyfriend, Pepe, dancing baby. They got faces. You know what it is. You know what it is. Anyway, and it's personal. A lot of it. It's personal to your interests, hobbies, humour preferences. And if you're part of a generation like Gen Z, love a lot of the humorous stuff. Like Monster Cock in You and Soft Cock in You and all those stupid things that came out. Black Cock in You. Like those are dumb. But the dark humour. And Gen Z love that stuff. And that's what makes these things fly. And the ultimate thing is the best ever returns have come from meme coins. So look, best all-time gains. Number 5, Doge, 8,400x. Now, admittedly, this was between the period of 2015 to 2021, but this was the one that started it all. 8,400x. Then Pepe, 8 to the power 0.010 zeros 42. This did a 409,000x. Shiba Inu did a 1.5 million x. Whiff did a 3.38 million x. And the last one, which is just frankly ridiculous, I hated this coin. SafeMoon did 14 million x. Now, it doesn't matter what fundamental cryptocurrency you love, how low a market cap it is, you will never achieve these gains ever with those cryptocurrencies. Only with memes is this possible. And if you have a look, 0 to the power of 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 11. 3 out of these top 5 meme coins that did super well had very, very low prices. And this is what people attracted to. Because you buy it and you think, oh, if this only goes to 1 cent, I'll be a millionaire. And that's the sentiment that drives them. It never goes up to 1 cent or 10 cents. Except in the case of like Doge. But it doesn't matter. It's the sentiment that drives the greed, that drives the prices, and therefore creates the multipliers. So to sit there and say, oh, I don't like meme coins, you're just basically missing out on the potential to make the most life-changing money. I mean, look, if you put $1 into SafeMoon at this point, it would be 14 million. $10 would be 140. If you put $100 into SafeMoon, it would be 1.4 billion. Like, come on. Like, meme coins are where you get this kind of stuff. And, these are the areas as well that you need to kind of look at. I'm not going to go through all of them, but these are the kind of commercial trending areas. Dogs are obviously the best, because Shiba, Whiff, Bonk, Doge, Flocky are the best ever cryptocurrencies, and they were all dogs, right? But now you've got the Boys Club, you've got Pepe, Brett, Andy, Landwolf, you've got somebody that said WOG in this. Yeah, you've got a ton of, these minor characters now coming out. It started with kind of Bird Dog, and now it's come out to Blood something. And there's just all these minor characters that have come out of the storybook that Matt Fury wrote. And they're all doing well. But then at the top of the triangle, you've got Pepe, Brett, and Andy. They're the ones that are like the ones that are going to go to the megarific market caps. The rest of them are going to make big multipliers if you get in low enough. And then you've got Cats. That's really doing well now. Politify. Celebs, this is a very recent innovation. Celebs are really jumping into this. Your OnlyFans models, live streamers, big Twitter personalities that are utilizing their fan base and bringing out coins. You've just had Crypto Banter bringing out Baked, and that did really well. So it's a money spinner, an absolute money spinner. Wow, Jesus Christ. So anyway, so that really tops off that. Right, okay, bear with me. Let me just get to a few super chats. Shall we look at Bloodloop? Yes, I will. Yes, I will, Neil. Can you check out Froglick? Son of Pepe. Froglick. What a stupid name. Hey, Super, I have 1k right now in Metaverse. You still bullish on it? I was looking at a Mindverse. And I noticed they hadn't made a Twitter post in a while, so I'm going to get an update on what's going on with them. You should check out Meme Inu. Meme Inu on X. Yeah, but is that a coin? UK election tomorrow with Keir Starmer. Yeah, Keir Starmer. I got into Queer Starmer, but I never got into Keir Starmer because I think there's a new one now. Ton Season, Toncat. Ton Season and Toncat are pumping like crazy on Ton. What do you think of Ton? I don't like Ton. Ton's shit, to be honest. I think it's just like one of those... I mean, put it this way, right? Me being an influencer, I understand kind of what goes on in the background, right? I understand the strands that control the money, the market, the marketing, the influence, and I know that they're a ton of spending big money with OTC deals with big influencers. I know this because I was offered one to basically promote Ton and the Ton ecosystem. But if I'm honest with you, I don't like it that much. I think it's, to be honest, quite shit, to be fair. I don't understand why people are all loving it. Marco Rodriguez, what do you think of Boys on Base? I'm sure this is going to be the 9,000th time I've looked at that one. And but thank you very much for the $20. I really appreciate that. And Joe Bars, that's fucking insane. Thank you very much for $49. That's insane. I put 2,500 into Shay Shay. Am I an idiot? I will answer that, but I'm gonna say I don't think so. So anyway, there we are. So that is my position on meme coins. To be honest, stop complaining. If you don't like meme coins, just don't fucking watch. Is what I will say. Right. Okay. So meme coins. I have got underneath my portfolio rebalance. I have got Shiba and I have got Pepe. These I wouldn't say are as high as where these are. Yeah, probably about 40% off the values of this. Okay, so it's probably down in about number 26 or something. I don't care. I'm not going to add to Pepe or to Shiba. They're done, right? I'm now adding to this cycle's Shiba and Doge and all that. I already got Pepe. I got Pepe. If you were in my DCA group, you would have seen me buying Pepe at the bottom, basically. A Shiba I'm not adding to. And now I'm adding to... I'm getting what I think is current and has the potential to be huge. And the first one here I have not yet bought, but I am planning to buy. And that is Pepe. So Pepe is basically Chinese Pepe, right? So the icon is... So Chinese became... I kind of don't know why. I guess because there is just a huge Chinese faction in cryptocurrency that has led to the influence of these Chinese-based cryptocurrencies. So Pepe is therefore a kind of Chinese narrative and boys club narrative. So, and it is also an animal, I suppose, because it's a frog. So it's hitting a few sub-narratives of meme coins. And I've just shown you what does well and why. Okay, so what does super well for meme coins really is coming under a bullish sub-narrative, but having the branding. Having that short, sharp name. Pepe, Brett, Andy, Shiba, they're small names. Tiny, Ponk, small names. That's what you want. Pepe, small, right? Great branding. And it's the original. And this is the one I believe that the whales are going to be pumping throughout the bull market. This is going to be like Shiba Inu of the last market. Everybody was talking about Shiba Inu in every video. And I think Pepe is going to be the new one. And this has come down a lot. Only a few days ago, this was over 100 million. Now it's come down to 73 million. So this one is one I'm definitely eyeing up. Because for this to get to where SHIB got to, which was 43 billion, that's a 589x. And I'm not saying it will go 589x, but I think that this is strong enough to at least 40x. At least. So I think this has got way better multipliers than Pepe and Shiba moving forward. It could be more than that. I'm going to put this at 40 to 60x multiplier. Next, I have got fake news. Fake news. Brilliant. So fake news is a politified Donald Trump based token, right? That is presently, it is 1.7 million market cap. It's quite higher than the traditional ones I bring you, but I'm bringing it to you in kind of market cap order. So fake news is a politify stroke Donald Trump stroke election narrative cryptocurrency, very well designed, considering, and fake news was his whole mantra. What he was, I kind of do the Donald Trump, China, fake news, huge. I fucking love this guy. Anyway, fake news, great brand name. No one's used it, FN. And it's got a lot of liquidity behind the token too. So I think that fake news looks good, actually. Love this one. It could have potential. I know the founder as well. Well, I don't know him. I know of him. And he is not going to be rugging this. And from what I have seen as well, looking at the graph, it looks like it's pretty much retraced near where it was at the beginning, which was, about 2-3 weeks ago. So I think that this one, look, it's very, very good quality. So I like this one a lot. It is quite high in market cap, but I think this one has got potential to run in the whole DeFi narrative, in the whole PolitiFi narrative. I would put this down as a 40x. But it could go higher. Next, we have got... Oh, do I want to say this one? Oh, man. I don't know. Next, we've got one that's so cool. It is really cool. It is so super cool. And it is AI Trump. It's fucking brilliant. I find this very entertaining. So AI Trump, tiny market cap. 56k it's gone up to. This was at 35 literally not very long ago. And AI Trump, look at it. Let me reload. It looks funnier. Who do you... It's basically ChatGPT with Trump talking, right? Do you think Biden has a chance to beat you in the election? Let's see what he says.
Biden beating me. That's a joke. The only way Sleepy Joe could win is in his dreams, which I'm sure are filled with fake news and corruption. Bigly sad.
I don't know if you watched the debate the other day, but that was bloody hilarious. God, Biden was just an absolute catastrophe, to be fair. And Trump was awesome. Who do you think will win the UK elections? Labour or Conservative? And that's tomorrow. Let's see what he's got to say.
I'm focused on the incredible 2024 us. Election, not some boring UK stuff. The real question is, can the UK build a wall like we're doing on the southern border? Bigly doubt it.
He's hilarious. I can't... Does he say bigly? Who is your favourite crypto YouTuber? He's probably going to say something stupid like
My
me.
favorite crypto YouTuber. That's an easy one, me. I'm the best at everything. Even talking about AI Trump coin and making crypto great again.
Brilliant. Well, give me another question to ask it. Oh, what meme coin will have the best multiplier in 2024? He's probably going to say AI
The
Trump.
meme coin with the best multiplier in 2024. AI Trump coin. Of course. It's going to be tremendous. Unlike Sleepy Joe's policies.
I think this is great. Look at it. It's just superb. Marvellous. I've got a bit of a chesty cough at the moment, hence the... So anyway, yeah. So AI Trump. I think this is excellent. This is fun. This is more than just a website. And, an icon like Trump's hair. Also, it's actually something you could use and something that you can have a bit of fun with. Ask it a load of questions, see what it says. I think it gives different answers all the time, basically. And I've put 50x here. This, if it was to get to MAGA, which is the, basically the market leader, 746 million, that would be a 21,000x. I don't think it's going to go that high, but I do think it's got enormous scope. Just simply because it's different. It's different from all the other coins. It's also, if you think about it, if I add it in here, it's also AI. So, yeah, for that reason, I like this one. Next, we've got a real degen one. And that is following on from Kaiken. Now, Kaiken is one of my biggies. Okay, Kaiken... Yeah, it's one of my biggies, and this is based on the fact it's only 2x. No, it's not even 2x from where I've bought it, and it's this much of my portfolio. Imagine if this was to 2x, it would jump up into near phantom territory, right? So I am betting big on this one because I think that Kai Ken is a breed of the Japanese dogs that has not yet had any exposure, because all the other 5 have, and they all went to 300 million. But what I noticed was there was another one that hasn't actually had a big narrative. And that is Kishuken. Kishuken, right? So this is one of the Inu 6. So this one was 21k when I was collating this data. Let me have a look and see what it is now. That's 106. So how I found it is Kish. And then it's here. Kish you can. This one's just pumped. But Kish you can was 21k. That was 100k. But look, it's nowhere near the 7 million and nowhere near the 300 million that other ones have done. Now, there is, I think, a Kishu Inu and something. But, you know, why bother going for a bigger cap when something that has the potential... You just saw the meme coins I showed you. 0 to the power of 11. You know, really small caps that can really make big multipliers. You don't need for it to make 14 million. But if you get into MAGA or Shiba or something like that, you're going to make, what, 3-4x? That's not worth it. You may as well go into this and go for it, and there you've got the potential to make huge multipliers. And I would say 100x is easily doable, because this is one of the Inu 6, as I call it. And it's a dog, and dogs are the best narrative in crypto. The last one is very personal to me, actually, and I didn't make it, but somebody else made it, and my community let me know about it last night. And to be honest, this one really did relate, you know, and something that is... You know, something about meme coins that grabs you is the connection you have with it. Oh man, this one did hit me a little bit, and that is Magic. Magic was my cat. Yeah, this is a picture from my Instagram of me and Magic, the only picture of me and Magic. So celebrity pets or pets of crypto influencers or pets of crypto people. Pets of anybody, really, any celebrity, they're doing really well at the moment. And this one came out, which is basically a meme coin about my cat. And it's presently 99,000. So this launched on pump.fun yesterday. And it's, you know, this one, I think, is another big... Look at what the... Look at that. They've already done a moon sheet. That's insane marketing. And look, they've actually got... I followed them. And they've actually got an up-to-date, you know, being constantly updated Twitter profile. And an actual moon sheet, which is showing, like, the comparison between Magic and... Well, Waffles is Da Vinci's cat. Toshi is Brian Armstrong's cat. And then Mog is currently the market leader. So it's showing the potential for multipliers, which is 6,400x. So I personally really love this one, and I didn't invest enough, unfortunately. I thought it was going to come down, and I thought it was going to get jeeted, and I would be able to buy it at a beautiful price, but it's just kept going up. But this one has got that potential, 6,000x, 300x, as long as the developer goes nowhere, which doesn't look like he or she is. And if you're the developer watching, then contact me, because yeah, this could be something big. I mean, look at Waffles. Waffles is like, let's have a look at Waffles. Waffles is 14.7 million. That's a whole 140x away from where Thingy is right now. 140x just to get to where this is, and this is currently on a low. So, yeah, I mean, this is one I'll probably, Magic is one I'm definitely going to be talking about in the same, not in the same vein possibly as the Suppo coin. It is cheating now, so this is probably be the perfect time for me to get in. Actually, it's not cheated enough. I'll wait for it to go down a bit more. There's always cheats. So anyway, let's go back to the portfolio rebalance. So now you've got all my coins. Now what we're going to be looking at is we are going to be looking at what do I add. So this is the list. I'll take this one off. So to replace Phantom's a layer 1. I would say potentially ICP or Celestia. To replace Chainlink, Shrapnel, I think. To replace Cardano, Pepe. To replace VeChain, Magic. That would be how I did it. That would be how I did it. Yeah, that would be how I would do it. If I was going to be... and I am going to be selling Phantom for sure. I don't know about Chainlink 100%. I may sell half of it. I don't know. I know Chainlink's got... has got potential to go into the hundreds this time round. But it's just not that sexy compared to maybe something that's more on trend. So what do you think, people? No beam, no. Not at that market cap, no. It's just not good enough in my opinion, no. Something like Shrapnel is probably where I would have my bigger play, if anything. So that will be how I did it. If I was going to replace Stratos, I don't think I will. If I was going to replace Stratos, no, I don't think I could. I'm not sure there's anything strong enough to replace Stratos on here. Right, okay, let's have a look. Love your channel. Can you please check out Despicable 4 on Solana? They launched today. Is that... Is Despicable Me, is it? Right, okay, let me have a look at some of these... let me have a look at some of these suggestions then. So the first one I'm going to look at is Shay Shay. Let me just look at Magic. Oh, it's going up now! Jeets, sell it, honestly. Jeets, sell it. I will buy it off you quite happily. Because I did not get enough. Right, so... Shay Shay. 1.7 mil. So I remember Shay Shay being shared in my Telegram group the other day. And I think at the time, I can't remember if it was higher or lower than what it is now. But Shay Shay is basically where Pepe is the Chinese Pepe. Shay Shay is the Chinese Shiba Inu. So let's have a look into this. It's a well-designed website. This is entry-level design though. Let me just show you an example, all right? So there was a coin I was looking at earlier. I don't know if it'll still be on here. Popcat. No, it wasn't Popcat. It was Pop Shib. Let me just have a look and see if that's there. Oh, no, there's shit tons of them now. Okay, that's messed it up. But I was looking at one, and I was looking at the website. This might be it. And, the website of Shay Shay is not far different to this. It's kind of the same. So I would say, you do want a basic website. You don't want anything, what can it do? It's a meme coin at the end of the day. But I'm just saying that, this is something that is going nowhere really on pump.fun and has the same kind of quality website as Shay Shay. But it's a very strong brand name because it's Shiba Inu, and but getting in Shiba Inu is pointless now. This to get up to where Shiba Inu got to would be a 400x. So, or where it got to at the end of the last bull market. So that's giving a big scope for where it could go. So yeah, I would say that's pretty good. It's pretty good. The volume's high. So it's clearly got some form of whale attention. So I would say, when you're looking at high cap meme coins, there's the volume kind of has to match, because you've got to make sure there's going to be a trajectory of, up action. Right, let's have a look at a few of these suggestions. So Despicable 4. Da-dum. It's gone up too much already. Come on. What's this? Like what's that? 19x? 4 zeros to 3 zeros. Yeah, it's done a 19x. Yeah, not great. Tama, somebody said. That's not on here, is it? It's on pump.fun, because I think that's where I saw it. By the way, people, I don't know if you knew, my son taught me this last night, that you can turn the animations off, which I didn't actually know. Anyway, so what was it? Tama or Stama? Was it this one? Yeah, it is this one. 22k market cap. So tomorrow you have got the elections in the UK. 4th of July is the snap election day of the UK. If you're in the UK, are you going to be voting? And if you are, who are you voting for? I can't reveal who I'm voting for, because I don't even know yet. Typically I vote like the Tories, but I don't know who I'm going with this time. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so this is clearly a coin. Have they got a website? According to polls, he is going to be the Prime Minister tomorrow. So he is essentially going to be the Trump of the UK in October, whenever Trump gets elected. So I think it's a good thing. I like it when coins are trying to capture a trend. So right now, Wimbledon's going on. Is there a Wimbledon coin? There is. There is a Wimbledon. There wasn't yesterday when I was looking. Wimbledon and Solana. I'm surprised that there is no... Let me have a look on Dex Screen. I bet there isn't one. BBC Swimbledon. No, nothing there. So it's surprising when people don't actually try and go on a narrative. Oh, Kishu Ken has dumped big time, which means a good entry if you weren't already in it. You missed my previous message. Could you suggest a low cap market coin? Do you have any on your mind? Well, I just gave you two: fake news and AI Trump. Bullish on base Andy. What about Andy on Blast? I couldn't give a fuck about Andy on Blast, to be honest. Let me have a look and see how this is doing. Om, 22 million. Now, I know that my main man, Stan Crypto, loves Andy on Blast. So he does come up with a lot of, kind of hype around Blast. That they haven't really had a narrative yet. They've not really been pushed. And that apparently these are one of the most fun layer 2s. A bit like base, like it's a base that's undiscovered really. It's not really being utilized. But nah, it just doesn't have the mainstream potential as base and Solana meme coins. They're going to be where the mass market goes. They're not going to bother with Andy on Blast. I think they'll only just about try with base, because I think the Coinbase Smart Wallet will make it easier. But really, the reason why people don't use Ton, Linear, Blast is because of the bridging process. It's a faff. All right. Now, somebody like me who's been in crypto 7 years, yes, I can do bridging. Even I don't like bridging. And I can imagine the mass market coming in, they're not going to want to bridge. So it's just pointless to go for Blast tokens. That's my rationale. Boys on base. Boy, it's this one, isn't it? 1.3 mil. Not even a real point looking at that. Meme in you on X. That is an awesome thingy. Meme in you. CN. Oh, some pump.fun. Are they doing a magic giveaway? Or meme in you giveaway? Whatever. Yeah, so they've got a load of... so they've got a load of... okay, that's really interesting. They're really supporting magic, to be fair. That's quite sweet. So, I don't know. I mean... I don't really know. There's not really much to say on it, to be honest. Froglick. That was another one. Froglick! Which one? On ETH. Right. On ETH. 2.1 mil. What is that point, man? 2.1 mil. Cutest frog on the blockchain. Nah, I've never heard of him. Like, a lot of these Matt Fury characters, these minor ones, I think are doing really well at a 2.1 million market cap, to be fair. That's it. I can't see anymore. Were there any others? Froglick. Bloodloop as well. How long have I been on live now? 1 hour 21. That's okay. Let's have a look at Bloodloop. Bloodloop, I couldn't have been more excited for this one. I was desperate to get into this one. No, it's had a bit of a rise. Yeah, it has risen, actually. Wow. Wow, it's risen quite a lot, to be fair. This one's done well. I haven't looked to see what they're doing on Twitter or anything, but whatever they are doing is obviously working. Where's it? CoinMarketCap is so stupid. This looks exactly the same as it did before. So I guess at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're investing in time for when this comes out and before it gets any kind of attention and hype. What else? Bloodloop, Froglick, Starmer, Shay. I think that's it, people. I think that is it for today. So, I think that you've gotten a very, very good glimpse of what I'm going to be doing in this period, which is looking for rebalancing. Because my personal opinion is that we've had wave 1, and we are going to be having wave 3 coming up. All right, so we're going to be having the next leg up, which is where we go for a proper new all-time high. And then it comes down, and then we go for the cycle top, which I believe is going to be between 150 and 200k Bitcoin. That's what I believe. Could go a little bit higher. I don't think it's going to go much higher than that. I have heard some wacky, predictions. I don't think it's going to happen. You just need too much money in order to push it that high, and I think that there's going to be too much interest in altcoins that that altcoins are a much better shout generally. So that's why I believe that Bitcoin will go to 200 max, because the returns halve every time, and in the last cycle it went from 3k to 60k. That was a 20x. It went down to 16k. So if a 10x was to come, then that's 160k. So that's kind of where I see the cycle top. But we'll have to see. Never know. Yeah, I think that was it. So, thank you very much, people, for joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some great coins. And I hope that it's given you pause for thought when it comes to rebalancing your cryptocurrencies. I love you all. Thank you all for turning up. And I will see you for the next time. It is lights out, all out.